Welcome to the Food for Thought podcast with myself, Luke Gold, and my good friend Lucy Miller.
All right, how's it going?
And we've got Grace McCartney again because we're doing another pizza podcast.
Hi.
Hey.
Had to get her in, didn't we? We need the pizza expert.
Very much not prepared for this podcast today at all, I feel.
No,
Everyone's
it's been quite
a
relaxed.
little sleepy and now in a slight carb coma because we've already ate the majority of the food and then we're going to talk about it.
I think we're very subdued. Even when we got the pizza, we were very subdued.
I don't know. I feel good to go on the cookie
I'm glad
dough.
you're going to have to
so
drag us through this podcast because
Isn't it?
even when I got here, I was like, can we not just eat pizza and not talk? And that meant in general, whether it was on a podcast or not, can we not just
Can we just leave it today?
sit in silence and stop munching pizza? And
The amount of effort it took to coordinate getting together.
That's
you
so
can't
true.
do that.
And you can't cancel
That's
on
true.
the day.
That's true. It's like, yeah, if you organise something, you gotta. Nothing should be this hard.
It came quite quickly though, didn't it? I suppose it's a weird time to eat actually, which is why it came quickly.
We're busy people. We got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Well, we're not busy unless you two have got uni stuff, which you have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think
We're fairly chilled.
we're pretty lame.
This one,
Yeah, go on.
gonna say outright, better than Papa John's. And
We're doing
because-
Pizza Hut, by the way.
Better than Papa John's.
I'm saying we're doing pizza. I haven't even said what we're doing yet.
Oh.
It'll be
We're
in
so
the
bad at this.
title.
We're
It'll
so
be
bad at
in
this.
the-
It isn't in the title, and yeah. Listen, we don't care. We're just chatting.
Just listen to me talk about Pizza Hut.
We've already ate, so it's slightly different because obviously you're not getting sort
Like
of
raw reactions.
live reactions, which
Yeah.
means we're going to have to try and do this in hindsight. It's probably going to be a slightly more concise pod, which is what we're hoping for, because we don't need those hour and 15-minute slogs. Ain't nobody listening except us. if
Yeah,
we're bored.
very true.
I won't be listening.
I probably won't be listening, which is a problem, because as we've said in the last one, you're one of the only people who listens. So
I know, yeah.
the fact that you're on this is counterproductive, to say the least.
Straight.
Shall I put it on and just mute it so you get the views?
Yeah, can we do that? Can we do that? The Wolfpack
Finally.
album thing where they put a silent album on Spotify to make money. Can we
Like
put
what?
Yeah, go
Can
on.
we just tell our friends to mute it and just listen to it? But
Yeah,
not
alright.
actually listen to it.
What,
I think-
till you get like thousands of views and then you get monetized?
And then we get sponsored by Mackey's. Hey,
That is the dream. Ronald, if you're out there,
Not Papa
I'm
John.
ready for the
Papa John, if you're
sponsorship.
out there, stay
I
away.
will wear your merchandise.
Not Papa John though.
You know, you've got those Mickey Mouse slippers. Would you wear some Ronald McDonald shoes?
Obviously. If it meant that I got free chips, bro, I'd wear
You know what
it.
the most annoying part is, Lucy? You'd probably suit them and look great.
Oh, bro,
Because
thanks.
you get away with it. You just get away with looking cool at all times.
Thanks, mate.
I don't know how you do it. That yellow raincoat's incredible. If I wore that,
Thank you.
people wouldn't want to be
The
seen
key
with
is to dress like a small child, but somehow make it look different.
them. That was a fantastic story. Well done.
Moving on to the pizza.
Great insight into your life.
I thought it was better than Papa John's, and not just because it wasn't made by Papa John's, but because almost every element of it was just better.
That I would wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too late already.
can
but let's
break
not
it
get to the
down.
knee-jerk, generalized reactions. We got to save some content for the end of the podcast. Although
Very true.
we've already ruined it. But whatever.
Yeah.
What I will say about Pizza Hut is it's the pizza of my childhood.
They're just better at it.
Stop it!
They are.
We're not ready for the finalised general comments about pizzas.
I feel strongly.
When you were younger, did you have Pizza Hut parties where everyone you knew, like you took them to Pizza Hut for your birthday?
And they do the ice cream thing. I was
yeah.
meant to be going to one of those, but the pre-part of the party, like the activity, was a roller skating rink. And I fell at said rink trying to help someone up. And in the middle, you skate around this like board, this like like a weird semi-fence in the middle. And we were skating around it. I helped my mate up. And as she came up, I went down. But I like flailed backwards and hit my wrist off of this board. Started to go to hospital.
No.
Broke my bloody wrist, didn't I?
Didn't get any pizza.
Didn't get pizza, but Charlotte did bring me cake. So shout out if
alright.
you're listening in
the
Nottingham.
least she should do,
Well, it wasn't her fault.
I guess.
How long ago was
She
this?
didn't break it. I was 11.
Oh, okay. I thought this
say.
was like a recent story. And I
Ooh,
was going to be
no.
like, where's this roller disco? I want to go,
Get me there with the unsafe board in the middle.
please.
But no, that is pizza unrelated. But yeah.
Yeah, incredibly
Yeah.
unrelated to
Now
pizza.
you know me a
I'll
little
have you
bit
know.
better, don't you?
We do, and
Yeah.
if nothing else, that is what the podcast is
Yeah.
for. Since we
It's worth
actually
it.
give very little content on the pizzas.
It's worth it.
So yeah, as I was saying, Pizza Hut is the pizza of my childhood. I didn't have Domino's, I don't think, until I came to uni.
No, because of
Didn't
the
have Papa
discount.
John's until we had Papa John's in the previous
Fairly
podcast.
new here, isn't it? A couple of years.
Papa John's, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, someone was saying the other day about how like one of them in America, I can remember which one. Like one of them's like a laughing stock in America, and
It's Domino's.
Is it Domino's?
They think like I was watching. I told you about the American guy that I watch on YouTube, and he was like, "You'll love Domino's here, but Domino's in America is the shit one." But I don't know if it's
What's the
different
one here,
parts of
though?
America because I watched this Netflix program called Ugly Delicious. It's really good. It's like a more chilled chef's table, and there was a pizza episode, and where he was in New York. Their Domino's is good, so I really think it does vary.
But I think in New York you got to up your game. I think pizza wise,
Very true.
pizza's a big deal in New York.
Or like
You can't get away with
Chicago.
it.
You've got
if
the
you've got bad-
competition going on.
Like if you are like in the Midwest of America, somewhere like in the middle of some town that no one cares about, you could probably get away with worse pizza. You can't do that in New York.
And,
Ain't nobody buying that. There's
I
pizza
feel
shop
like
on every corner.
Things are like more standard over here, like countrywide.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
yeah,
we're so
true.
much smaller
So
though.
true.
Yeah,
the standard
so
is,
much smaller.
like,
That's why.
more uniform.
So yeah, let's. Do you want to tell them what we got? Or Grace? Do you want to tell them what we
Yeah,
got?
Grace, go for it.
I just don't wanna talk
So,
Shut up.
I love this podcast. I love being here.
I'm done. Bye.
Here for the ride.
So we got 2 half and half pizzas. We tried to stay consistent with what we got at Papa John's.
Yeah.
So we had one which was cheesy bites, because if you're gonna have a Pizza Hut pizza, that's like their selling point. It's different to the other ones. So we got cheesy bites pizza.
Unusual to say the least.
Yeah, you've never tried one before.
No, and like I do get the idea of it because like the wrapped up cheese is different. But the way it works if you've never had one is there are 3 bites sort of with a perforated edge attached to the slice of pizza, but the bites from one another are detached. So when you pick it up, it kind of like splits a little bit 3 ways. So if you're going to get it, you will need a plate.
And 2 hands.
And 2 hands.
That's distinctly you need 2
Yeah.
hands to have a slice of
You do.
cheese bites.
But I'm surprised like it's hung on, because I remember when it first came and it was like a new thing, like cheesy bites pizza, and it was like mid-noughties, and it's like a really noughties thing.
Yeah.
And now it's still here.
Yeah, it's
and
like
it's
a
not
TV
practical.
sleepover, isn't it?
Yeah.
I find,
But
yeah.
if it's any consolation, it's because so many of their other attempts to do pizzas that were interesting in the noughties did
Failed.
not come on.
Yeah.
We've already talked about
The
them.
pie
Hashtag
pizza.
hamburger
Pie
pizza.
pizza, the cheeseburger pizza, they all were terrible ideas.
Yeah.
So
This one though, they've run with it. It's good.
Oh, people must like it.
Yeah.
It's not
People
bad.
still order it. Not sure why.
as I
but
mentioned
they
as
do.
we were eating it though, potential counter argument. It's such a more stable slice of pizza if you've got a stuffed crust instead of the cheesy bites.
Yeah, because it's stuffed crust but broken up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just have
It's
I
no
get it.
different
It's, like,
from a
it's the
slice.
social thing. It's like, oh, break off the cheesy bite, and it's like,
Yeah, so true. I don't
okay,
want a whole
but
pizza, but
if
I'll
I
have a
want to have a
bite.
slice of pizza, which 99 out of 100 people are just going to eat their own slice of pizza, which has
Yeah.
3 separate cheesy bites on it on average.
Bro, I hate
Why
to-
wouldn't you just want to have the?
I hate to admit it, but I'm probably the guy that would break off the cheese bite. I'm
What,
sorry,
just
that's
eat the
me.
cheesy
And
bite
then
and
end
not
up
the
trying-
pizza.
But then
Yeah.
when you
But
try-
that's the bad bit of the pizza.
For me, like,
But isn't that the point of doing things to the crust? Is that it no longer becomes the bad part of the pizza anymore?
But it's still the bad part of the pizza.
worst part.
no,
I
the
don't think it's
crust.
bad.
The crust
Okay, it's not bad,
That's
but
the
it's-
bit for dipping.
It is good, like, but it's not the same. It's not like the same as the main bit of the pizza.
Yeah, yeah. I am. We've said this before in different podcasts, but I'm a weird eater, and I would be the one that picks.
Have we actually talked formally on the podcast about your separation of foods before?
Yes, you have.
I
We
just
have.
love it
As
so
your
much.
avid listener, I can tell you, you have.
I just love talking
3
about
minutes
it.
28 on the 4th podcast. You did delve into the subject of Lucy's toddler-like eating.
Because I don't eat with you on a regular basis. So
Or-
when you said that you do that, I was like, I'm just gonna have to take a second look at you because I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I'm gonna need to reevaluate your character.
Do I want to be your friend? I'm not sure.
Also, really quickly,
Peas in a
gotta
separate
mention-
bowl. You're mad.
Sometimes just the peas, bro. Not even like separate to a
dear.
meal, just the peas.
Yeah.
Quickly, got to get through this piece of information. We're actually waiting on getting another pizza delivered.
Oh yeah,
Because-
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna. Did we actually say what we've got on them yet? Or did
No,
we end
sorry.
Up...
Sorry, that was
Right,
me.
I'm gonna rattle through it. I'm ready.
Fine.
I'm on it. I'm afraid you've lost the chance, Grace.
Go.
I'm afraid.
That's the boring
2
bit
half and
anyway.
half pizzas. One was cheesy bite base, and the other one was thin.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Italian.
It was what?
Whatever
it
they
calls
call it.
itself. Yeah.
Okay. The thin one, whatever it is. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? If not, then we're getting one delivered.
You are
Because that's what you said
correct.
on the phone to the guy at pizza. It was a thin.
We are getting another thin one. Yeah.
Either way, they're all
Anyway.
quite thin. I
And on
will
the
say
cheesy
that.
bites, we thought we'd go for slightly less toppings just because we've got more an interesting base. We got half margarita and half Texan barbecue. Texan barbecue is my personal favourite. It's the
Bro,
one that I get in the restaurant.
Yeah, it was tasty.
The sauce is nice. The barbecue
Yeah.
base is better than Domino's barbecue base because it's not offensively sweet.
Yeah, agreed.
It's like a nice smokiness.
We literally talked about this on the way
Yeah.
into your house before this started, where you were like, "This
Their
is the thing
dip
about
as
barbecue
well.
sauce, too
The,
sweet."
the barbecue dip is nice.
Oh, I think that's strongly barbecuey.
See, that's what I kind of liked
2
about
minutes. I'm going
it.
to quickly try it because I haven't got an opinion on this so far.
Yeah, whack a bite in it.
A bit of cheesy
Ooh.
bite. So and then on the thin pizza we were supposed to have a super supreme, which is like olives, the ground meat that me and Lucy don't like,
Oh, it's
some
gross,
ham,
'cause
some
that is sweet. The
pepperoni.
ground
called
meat
spicy
is
pork
sweet.
sausage,
It's like
for anyone who
sugary
knows.
meat.
Yeah.
It's not right.
So yeah, anyway, there was supposed to be that, but instead, when I was ordering the pizza, I was like, oh, I hope Pizza Hut get our order wrong because they have a reputation for getting your order wrong and bringing you a new pizza.
Lo and
What
behold.
a surprise. We got given a meat feast,
Which was still kind of nice.
did you think? I didn't
It was
like
alright.
I think
it.
it's all
I
right.
honestly, once you put more than one meat on something, I don't know if I can really tell the difference.
But it has got the sugary
ground
sausage,
meat.
as you said.
Because I couldn't, minus the pineapple, obviously. For me, there wasn't much difference between ham and pineapple and the other meat one.
Yeah.
Apart from when I got bites of that weird sausage that everyone should hate.
Yeah, why?
It's like
why
caramelized
does-
meat. It's grim.
Yeah. It's not. It's just not good texture. But so, Ooh,
Oh,
the door's here.
right
Gonna have
on
to
cue,
take
that
a,
is the other
a
pizza.
small moment.
Do you want me to go get it?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'll get.
I mean,
We'll explain why when Grace goes to get the pizza. Oh wait, does she know how to use the doorbell thing?
yeah, just answer be like, hello, and then go down.
Anyway, the reason why Lucy doesn't want to go down is because when she went down to get the original. Well, you tell them when you went down to get the other pizzas.
Yeah, I went on my merry way to get the to get the pizzas and opened the door. And the lady was so nice.
The lady.
Yeah, that surprised me too. I know it shouldn't, but it did. I've never had a female delivery lady
like that,
before. But yeah, I was like, thank you. And she was like, oh, enjoy. And I was like, you too. And then upon realising my mistake, because she probably isn't going to eat the pizza today, I was like, have a lovely day.
Well played.
And she said the same thing. And she was wearing like the delivery hat and she looked great. Not many people look good in like
Was
baseball
it a girl who
caps,
delivered to you as well?
but she looked good.
Okay, in that case, so you would have been safe.
Sorry, no, that's okay. It's okay.
So that's why you wouldn't go back. Anyway, quickly rattling through the rest of the pizzas. We kind of didn't we? Did we get
Yeah,
through them
no, we've
all?
listed it all. But aside from that, we then got a portion of wings and 2 kinds of cookie dough, which for me is an extravagant treat, so I can't wait. Did I keep this on?
I think.
When we were
Yeah,
ordering,
no, you've
Lucy
been
said,
talking. Don't worry.
I'm just going to tap out for a minute and Tupperware / put to the side some of this pizza.
yeah, and then can we put this box?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to do a little bit of rearranging, but we knew this was gonna happen. Yeah, the one thing I think we always try and do on these pods is we pick the thing, if there's more than one, or just the one thing that makes that one place different from all of its competitors, and buy that thing.
So
we
Papa
wanna-
John's had nothing different.
Papa John's. Exactly. Well, you know what it had different? It had the garlic butter.
Oh
It had that
no!
grim garlic butter, which was different about it.
Yeah,
that was
Pizza Hut dips, good.
Unique selling point.
Very good.
Inedible dip.
They sent all the dips again.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
they've given
yeah.
us
Side note.
more dips.
Side note, oh, that looks like a good pizza.
Yeah, it
Side
smells
note,
really
a hell of a
good.
lot of dips with Pizza Hut. We got 6.
So you got
6 with the original order,
but no,
but one of them
You
was with
have
the
it,
wings,
yeah.
right? Was one with the wings? 2
so
was with
you
the
got the
wings.
hot sauce with the wings, and then with the pizza you get 4 or 5 dips, and so we got garlic
It
and
must be
herbs,
4,
sour
but-
cream and chive barbecue, and sweet chili. But no one's touched any sweet chili.
But it must have been 4 with the pizza because this
No,
one's only got
look,
4
we've
faces.
We've got 3 of these creamy things, so one of them must have come with your wings, either
Incredible.
garlic and herb.
So
or
2 with the wings and 4 with the pizzas.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. It's really good.
So nice about the reordering of the pizza as well.
He was lovely on the phone.
He was really nice. I mean, I didn't hear him, but he had good reviews.
No, like literally, I picked up the phone and I just said, "Oh, we've got the wrong pizza," and he was like, "No problem. Which one is it? I'll send you another one as soon as possible." Although I don't think this one came any sooner than the first one, which may be tribute to the first one coming quickly, or the second one not coming fast. Who knows? They were both about like 20 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah, which isn't bad.
That's what you expect from.
We should
delivery
explain though.
pizza.
It is a Sunday early evening. It's probably not
It's
prime
not even
pizza
evening.
time.
It's
Well, it
it's
is
now
6
6
now.
o'clock, but we've both of our orders were pre 6 o'clock. Probably ordered the first one at like 5, second one about
And then rang at
5:30.
5:30.
Yeah.
But
So
anyway, this is an extravagant looking, the Super Supreme.
Super Supreme. I'm going to take a picture because that's so many toppings.
It's too
And
many
are you-
olives for a start.
Are you
Way
eating
too
a
many
piece
olives.
of Hawaiian?
I love the
No, I'm
pizza.
eating one of the pieces of
Ew.
meat feast from before.
I love the
Who's
pictures
taking
that
a
went
bit of
with the last
Hawaiian
one.
out?
Oh, that was me.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Luke, and I was like, why have you taken a piece of Hawaiian? You're the one who was rude about it and threw a tantrum.
I do not like
Sorry.
pineapple under any circumstances.
thought
on
I'd give it
pizza.
That
another
was what I
chance
was
in
going
my
to
spare
say.
time.
Like, why is the controversial topping pineapple on pizza and not that ground meat?
Yeah. Why is the meat not under the firing line?
Yeah, everyone's been so rude about the pineapple. It tastes good. It does.
Well, today was my first try of a Hawaiian pizza because, a ghost.
Sorry, that was my knee.
Because I was like, I never had strong feelings towards it. So I was like, I might as well give it a go. For me, it's not like Luke says, it's not the sweetness of the pineapple that I object to, because a lot of these pizzas are quite sweet anyway. Moreover, it's the texture of a pineapple on a pizza.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Like I'm gonna be fair. I'm not a
Against
big
dough,
pineapple
it's
fan
really
anyway. and
weird.
You're a big pineapple fan, which is good because when you back up my argument about it on pizza, it makes me feel better because I don't really do pineapple anyway.
Yeah.
But
Because I do in my spare time a nice cold bit of pineapple. Oh.
what do you do in your spare time? Eat
Just
pineapple.
eat pineapple. That's it.
I can see why people have an objection to it because it is a strange texture.
And
But
can I-
I personally like how it tastes, so I can tolerate that texture.
But the thing is, after eating it, I do understand why people like it. Oh yeah, there's ice cream. One sec.
Lucy's about to dig into a sneaky bit of cookie dough, but don't forget the ice cream. That's valuable. And it's good ice cream as well. Okay, I've got to try a Super Supreme apparently. Yeah, can I just have a bite of yours? Cause I'm
yeah,
not
do you want
gonna-
some of that?
Can I just quickly make a case for why the weird pork stuff belongs on a pizza more than pineapple?
No.
Just harsh. No, it's a really obvious argument. It's just
Someone needs to defend it.
just naturally the flavour blends in more with the pizza. Like it's just meaty and there's a lot of meat on pizzas, whereas immediately it's a bit of a left turn to put
So
pineapple
why
on
do you
pizza.
need? But why do you need any extra? Because that's not adding anything. Oh,
But-
you just got 2 olives in that mouthful as well.
They're actually manageable olives because they're only like
They're only weenie ones.
they're like rings as well. They're not like you know when you get
that.
them that like look like the grapes have been chopped in half, like really big chunks of.
That's what I want.
I want to
can't do
know
it.
the thought process behind the making of this cookie dough because it actually is just a square of cookie, and I'm about to try.
It is a big old square of cookie. They look a lot better in the restaurant, but it is a takeaway. You can't complain with that because it comes in like
In the restaurant, you get it in like a little skillet thing, like a,
Oh, nice.
that's been in the oven.
It's
And
all
very
right.
squishy in the middle. I don't know how
it's
that
good.
doesn't look
Try some ice
squishy.
cream, mate. Seriously, like the ice
Should
cream's
I?
so good. When I get these with Rachel, she only wants a little bit of the ice cream. So if we both get one each, like I'll just take like 2/3 of her ice cream as well, and it's like so good.
It's like little theatre ice cream, isn't it?
It's exactly theatre ice cream. That's a great description for it. I think
Sorry.
so. What are our favourite pizzas out of this lot? Do we think?
I think if I had an inclination to eat it right now, if I hadn't had my fill of pizza, the one that I'm looking at would
as a
be
side note for you, is about 2 slices
Yeah.
of pizza.
2.5
It was
at
just, we
best.
just got the pizzas out and Luce was like, I'm full. No one had even eaten anything.
So
She
I
was
just
like,
looked
"I'm done."
Grace right in the eyes, and she looked at me back without saying anything. And we realised she was not
That's
done.
why it's perfect though that you're here, Grace, because like pizza is a thing you need to eat in a group. Like imagine me and you getting this much food.
We've had this
Well,
problem
it's-
before. I always have to finish your meals, but normally they're like not like too much to finish.
Yeah.
Like if it's like a Subway, I'm left with like 2 inches of a sandwich or something like that, maybe 3 inches.
Yeah.
But like,
But I like
which is
that.
manageable
leave
to
him
have on top of
imaginable-
your
yeah.
just about if you're like hungry enough. It's like manageable on top of your own portion. But like when you get a full pizza and
Can't
Lucy
be
Miller
Well,
has
doing
two
especially if you
slices,
get another extra pizza. That's 3
If they make
pizzas
them a
between
steak.
2 people. If you, oh no,
This is gonna-
it's not pizza.
The ice cream is dank, by the way.
I'm telling you, man,
It's
it's really
well
good,
nice.
isn't it?
It's
This is
well
going to cause a little bit of drama, but I'm
It's
gonna.
a bit moussey. I don't know if that's because it's melted.
It's
but
because it's melted, but
nice.
it's good. It's a good texture, even when it's a bit more solid than what it is right now.
Spoon, sorry.
Oh, you're so greedy. That's all right. I don't care if you put a bit. Yeah.
Cool. I don't have.
I'm tempted
anything.
to. Oh, are you gonna have more pizza? Do you think? Yeah. There's a lot of it there, isn't there? Should we leave it for later? I don't know what to do with this. I'm just staring at 2/3 of the
I've got
pizza that I
freezer
got.
bags, so I can bag it up for you.
Oh, I could take some to the library.
Yeah, please do.
As a side
I
note,
don't want
Lucy
it going
Miller.
to waste.
Lucy Miller is the most incredible host of all
Yeah.
time. She
glad
was
you-
made for it.
Yeah.
She's made for doing
Guys,
this.
that makes me feel so good.
I'm so glad you
Because
did
we can tell you put so much effort into being such a lovely host that you deserve to be praised for it.
But this is the same whenever I've come round, like you wait on me hand and foot, and then like when we all came round for cast party and you were like doing all the washing up, like you're so cute.
Thank you.
That's why I was really glad that you said we'll have it at mine, because Luke was like, oh, maybe we could have it at Grace's house, and I was like, we can if there's no one around, but like there's very likely to be a lot of people wandering around. But also, I don't care when Luke comes around. Luke comes around all the time, and my house is filthy, and that's fine. But I was like, I can't have Lucy Mill around when my house is a state.
Oh, I don't think like that. I'm not a Victorian like.
I know you're not,
lady.
but like your house is so nice. Like
thank you.
ours has just got stuff everywhere.
You do live with other people though, like that's fair dues. I
It's a
only
big
live with Tom,
house. Yeah.
so I
Where's Tom today?
think he's at uni. He just texted me.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Bob.
He's not listening.
Yeah,
He will be. He
Maybe
will
he will.
be.
Who knows?
Actually, he does
we should.
listen
We
to
wait.
them.
You know,
He
we,
did because he
does.
brought it up to me. He was like, "When's there going to be another podcast? I heard you were on one."
Finds it relaxing.
you know,
Listen
what,
to the sweet
you know what
tones.
trick we didn't catch on to? Having these uploaded in time for everyone to be doing revision.
Huh? Oh, revision.
Having
Oh,
these
yeah.
up online in time for everyone who's just like sitting reading.
Well, why don't
books.
you? We've not uploaded either of.
Well,
obviously
at the time of this recording,
yeah.
Papa John's hasn't been uploaded yet, but it's going to be uploaded, I think, probably tonight.
Put it on
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, I'm in the house.
Sunday
tonight,
night's a
I'll do
good
it.
time.
Oh, yeah.
That's the time we normally put it on, anyway.
I'm
Sunday
feeling
night.
listening to that as well.
I might actually.
Yeah,
listen
we
to
can
it
actually we
back.
might actually be able to listen to our own voices on that one because it's been like 2 weeks removed from it.
Yeah.
We've been busy people, man. I also am completely put my hand up to not uploading that yet. I'm just lazy, man.
And I
Alright.
would also like to apologise for the copious amounts of breathing and eating sounds you'll be able to hear on that podcast, because I've never really spoken into a microphone. So I got a bit confused, and we had mic stands, and then when I was chewing I moved away from my mic stand, and then when I started speaking again I did not move back towards my microphone, so it's been heavily compressed, and there'll be a lot of like heavy breathing, I think.
The caramel cookie dough, sorry to go on a different
No, please bring us
thingy,
back.
tastes a bit like a sticky toffee pudding.
And that is something you want something to taste like.
Yeah, actually. I do quite like sticky toffee pudding.
Have you guys ever had like sticky toffee pudding that's like old school, where it's got like chunks of like nut in and stuff like that, and like
Like in currants and stuff.
yeah.
Oh, currants, I would get on board with those.
I
Doesn't
wouldn't.
that become a spotted dick?
So I got
What
one.
is that?
I got one at my favourite pub, which is the Northumberland Hussar. You're gonna get some cookie dough. Good call.
I'm minus a bowl.
I'll get it.
So my favourite pub is the Northumberland Hussar. It's my local-ish,
Yeah.
and the food there is incredible. You've got to go one time. We should go and just get some food there. Yeah,
Let's
it's,
do
It's
it.
amazing. It's also where I do the pub quiz after this normally, but I'm not doing it tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. But I had a sticky toffee pudding there, and obviously at this point now I've got full faith in the fact that their food's incredible.
Yeah.
But I'd never had that
They've
before.
earned it. They've earned the rep.
But their sticky toffee pudding was like, and my friend who was also there warned me. She was like, "Listen, I had this last week. It might not be for you because it's got
bits.
It's got fancy ingredients in it. It's not just a straight up. It's not.
just
It's
the
not a
toffee and
balls
the
to the
pudding.
wall sticky toffee sponge. It's not. It's got more going on. And I was like, okay, well, I love sticky toffee pudding anyway, so I'm gonna give it a go.
Yeah.
It had like big like chunks of like. No, she was spot on. That's why. It had like really big chunks of like almond.
Ooh,
And it had,
okay.
it had. I think it had like raisins in or currants in or whatever. And that is why the microphone has
Are
an off
you
switch
okay?
on it.
My concern was with your leg. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, and it was hard to take, man. Like, it kind of upsets me. Apparently, I've got the taste of a child. Like any chunky bits, and I was like, oh,
Don't
I'm,
like it.
I'm out on this. Give me a smooth sponge that's just toffee flavored, and then give me some custard, and I'm there.
Oh, the custard. I love custard.
Is it your favourite supporting cast to any dessert if it's suitable?
You would pick custard, like
You
when
know,
you
you can get ice cream with them instead.
yeah,
There
yeah,
are
yeah.
things you can
You
get
know,
ice
if you
cream
go to like a restaurant
Yeah.
or a pub and they're like, oh,
I'd never
like
pick
apple
cream.
pie, cream, custard, or ice cream. Obviously, custard.
Cream can leave it out.
Yeah, cream
It's
is
too
just
heavy.
bad. It's just like liquid.
It's too heavy. Like, it makes whatever you're eating taste really dense. And I don't enjoy that because it's like, especially, oh my goodness, on a chocolate cake when it seeps into it and you're like, ugh.
That's nasty.
Chocolate cake's hard enough to begin with, I think.
Yeah.
It's
It's
hell of
rare
a-
that I'd choose a piece of chocolate cake.
It's a tiresome feat.
And sometimes if it's not like amazing, if you get average chocolate cake, it's just like, why did I bother?
I think as well, like chocolate cake, people try and make it really indulgent, like real Bruce Bogtrotter cake.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna be sick when you eat it.
Yeah.
So you can't have much.
The thing with custard as well, I think it speaks volumes for the dish that I would eat a bowl of custard and have. Like I do eat it on its
custard,
own.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Yeah.
it's one of the few things that I'll eat cold when I would normally eat it hot. Like beans, will not eat cold beans.
But they're
Cold beans are
different.
great.
They're not good.
They're awful. When people, and Zach, I'm talking to you. I know he won't listen, so that's fine. But like when you spoon the beans out, when you lick the spoon after, when people
cold
lick the cold
beans.
bean spoon,
But it's like the same as tomato soup. Tomato soup and baked beans.
would never eat that
They're
cold.
different. They'd have different flavors when they're hot and cold.
Yeah,
So what they should both be enjoyed hot without fail.
but custard, give me that at any temperature. I'd even eat it like lukewarm.
I agree. What about rice pudding? Gotta be hot.
Gotta be hot.
I've never had cold rice pudding. It's never occurred to me.
It's not horrific. Like it's not the worst thing, but it's
I
not like
imagine it
tomato.
wouldn't be
It's not
as
like tomato soup or
smooth,
anything.
though. It's not going to be as like liquidy and
It
delicious.
depends because if you know like your standard like tinned rice pudding,
Yeah.
that can be quite runny.
You could eat it cold, yeah, fair
So
dues.
when
If
it-
you gave
when
it a
it-
mix up.
But so when it gets a little bit less runny because it's cold and it sort of goops up a little bit, it's still all right. It's not
Yeah.
like super thick.
It
or
doesn't
anything. So
just
like you know
form
when
a
you
block.
like make risotto and then like it goes
And you
cold.
leave it. Oh, that's that.
And it's
Another
like- it
one of my
comes in
food pet
clumps.
peeves is like homogenous, like rock, like you could throw it at a wall kind of thing.
100%.
Minging.
Yeah.
And you can see all the bits. No.
Someone said to me the other day, I was like, "Oh, I brought risotto in for my lunch
Ew,
in
why?
like a Tupperware box," and I was like, "How are you gonna do that? Like, just at room
just
temperature
gonna eat it?
risotto?"
To me, that's not a problem because we've got a microwave, so I wouldn't even think about
Easy
it.
access to
so
a
then it's
microwave,
fine.
for sure.
If you've
They
not
weren't
got a
considering that,
microwave,
No.
that's dirty.
You know who might have been? It might have been Zach because he does that. He'll eat rice dishes cold, curry, pasta, cold pasta. That's another thing I won't eat cold.
Okay.
Tesco meal deals pasta. No.
We're collecting
Oh,
the
that's
list
not
here.
nice though.
We're collecting the list. I like it.
Like when you get a buffet is cold pasta.
Yeah, pasta
No.
salad. Pasta
No.
salad's not. That's not a thing.
Potato salad also is off the list.
Oh
I
no,
was just
potato
about to
salad's
ask
good.
that. I'm with you.
What?
Why are you eating cold potato?
I don't like cold potato.
No, it's good.
Nope.
Really good.
Because it gets colder as you bite through it, so you bite into it, you're like, oh, this
If
is
you don't
cold.
want it to be like refrigerated potato, it needs to be room temperature potato.
Okay. Still.
But then what? So you have to buy the potato salad from Tesco and then like wait.
I wouldn't
for it
buy
to...
a bought potato salad though because
make it,
because
bro.
it's like in the mayo. It's got like so much mayo, and the mayo's got no
cheese.
taste.
So much
But if you make
cheese.
it yourself, you can do a bit of salad cream, bit
I'm
of
gonna get
tasty
some of this.
stuff.
Yeah,
it's
please
fine.
tuck
I
in.
haven't opened the second ice cream.
Yeah, do open
Yeah,
that.
that's for you. That's for you. It'll melt.
Me,
It'll melt.
I've already eaten some of the other one.
Yeah,
This
Time. Could I please?
For me, the winner on the cookie is the regular chocolate.
Really? I think
No,
I
it's
think
okay,
the
I'm
caramel
done.
one's better. It's so chewy.
I think. Oh, actually, I agree there that the texture of the caramel one is better. But for me, white chocolate and caramel is too much.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
But the also difference is the caramel one was bigger. So I think it was
Yes.
gooier.
Yeah.
Whereas the choc chip
firmed
one
up
was slightly
quickly.
smaller. So I think they cooked it too long and it was it was
Yeah.
just like a cooked cookie.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're ordering this cookie dough stuff, it has to be like still a bit dough.
Yeah, and it went in the oven, so they are the same temperature. Yeah, they all
Still
went
warm.
in. But I don't get why people order puddings from these kind of places. But I get why someone would order that.
And that
That's
is,
good, isn't
that
it?
is a straight like pro con of Pizza Hut. The pro is
Yeah,
it does,
the
it does
pudding.
cookie dough. Like Papa John's hasn't got a rival to that.
And
I'm
the
sorry, it's buying a £4 tub of Ben and Jerry's from Papa John's is not the same as
Exactly.
getting Pizza Hut cookie
No.
dough.
The thing as well, like I've found with this, is that if I had just eaten however much Domino's, like regardless of the amount that I'd eaten, I would never want a pudding after it. But this, like I ate the normal amount of pizza that I would eat and still wanted that cookie dough. Whereas Domino's, because in the last podcast,
like-
Daz,
it's doughy.
it's so doughy.
Yeah.
I never
Hardcore,
find
man.
myself wanting anything at all after Domino's because all that's in your brain is dough and all that's in your
Yeah,
belly
seconded.
is like raw dough. So
Yeah, that pizza,
this
the
is
whole
more
of
of a
that,
meal, I find.
the whole of the Pizza Hut pizza, I think, was like less just squishy and heavy than a Domino's.
Agreed. And good toppings as well, man. Like all of those on the olive one.
Super Supreme.
Yeah, there's loads on it. It looks it looks
Do you
nice.
want to talk quickly about how the cheesy bites aren't particularly dense?
Yes.
Is that a good or a bad thing? And based on what you just said, it sounds like it's a good thing.
I'd
but
say
technically,
good.
People would normally frown upon that. You know what I mean? You take a bite of a bit of crust and you're like, oh, there's like this is air. This is like 30%.
Yeah.
air.
Yeah.
But as we said, it can be a bit much.
There's not that much cheese compared to the dough, but So I felt like when I had one, I was like, oh, it should be more cheesy. But if you had more cheese, you wouldn't be able to finish them.
Yeah, we
So-
were debating the difficulties we'd have if there were more cheese, like grease, weight. You said they'd be too heavy to be like attached to the pizza. So I think they probably have gone with the best amount.
Yeah, I think grease. You're right though. They would have like separated out.
It would
like
seep out of the
it
thing.
would seep
yeah.
out, but then the cheese would be separate from the dough, and they'd be like slippery over each other.
Ew, yeah,
in like a nasty
leaking
way.
cheese. Yeah,
Or like when you
Pizza
get
Hut, you've done a good job.
I honestly like. Is this more
I was
expensive than
telling you.
Papa John's?
How much did we pay per person?
It
was
was
11
more expensive, but we did
Yeah.
get
We
a
got
bit
more food.
We got more food, and we got
wings,
wings.
which were an
We-
extra.
Did we even
they were
mention
an
the
extra
wings?
fiver.
Apparently they're nice though.
I'm going to talk about them in a minute. We've got
Cool.
time.
Okay.
We're flying through this. We're 25 minutes in.
Their drink selection as well, decent. They don't have Coke.
Here we go.
Yeah, they're on Pepsi.
They don't. They're a Pepsi company, but like, what's a can of Coke? 60p for the skinny
What
ones
was-
now.
what's your classic-
I'd just get my own Coke.
What's your classic quote again? Like if you're not selling Coke in 2018, what
What are you doing? Exactly. Like, if you've not joined on to Coke, I get it. Like, you might not want to support them as a brand, but
Do you think Pepsi is
Bad
cheaper?
brand.
Do you think if you're a company, it's cheaper to get Pepsi than
I
Coke?
think Pepsi
Yeah, I
should
think
be
probably.
cheaper because it's
'Cause I
not
think
as
that
good.
could have
I
something to do
think
with it. I'm
they're
gonna see if I
probably
can line
trying.
them
I think
up.
Pepsi probably like lower their price point
Definitely.
for selling it onto another. 'Cause,
I
like,
agree.
The price in the supermarket is not different, and the
No.
price when you buy
Their
it from
wholesale
Pizza
price,
Hut
yeah,
is not
yeah.
different. But I think they sell it to Pizza Hut for a lower price, so Pizza Hut make a better markup because they want people to have Pepsi.
For me, I think Pepsi should be cheaper because it's not as good.
I actually had a Pepsi the other day though, and I was like, I wanted Pepsi over Coke.
Sometimes
Rarely
that happens to me.
happens,
Sometimes,
but
like,
occasionally.
I had I was at a theme park in Spain. This is a bit rogue, but
Mate, this is what you're here for.
they only had Pepsi, so I was a bit annoyed. But the Pepsi was just one of the nicest drinks, and it wasn't because I was too hot and sweaty. Like, I know that could be a factor, but the only times I've ever like had a cold drink like that is one when I was in Spain at that water park having that Pepsi, and it was the nicest Pepsi I've ever tasted. And then one time when I was also in Spain and had a Coke, and like it was like cold glass ice, cold Coke. Oh, it was so nice.
Do you think
But
it's
Pepsi for me the taste of Pepsi varies, whereas Coke is always on point.
Do you think it's being in a different country? Do you think their like makeup is slightly different?
Well, apparently Coke is different in different places. I don't know if anyone's
That's
ever told you
wild.
that. Some places it's sweeter, some places it's not. I don't know if that's true.
I feel like that
Makes
should be
sense to
more
me.
the case
Makes
for
total sense.
Pepsi because I feel like Coke is such a brand. It
uniform
should
thing.
be worldwide exactly the same. You get a can of Coke anywhere and it should be the
But
same.
it's to do with the like what's
Who's
legal to
consuming
It's your
it.
target
use.
market, isn't it?
I've heard it's more
Ingredients.
sugary in
Yeah.
That's why
America.
Mackey's is so different in America than it is
Yeah.
over here because literally we can't use some of the things that they're allowed to use in America, and like, that's
Yeah.
why it apparently tastes so much better.
And the
in America.
size of stuff we have like calorie caps on meals, don't we,
Yeah.
or something like that. And then because in America apparently it's just Mackey's there is mad.
Maybe Weatherspoon
Yeah, well,
should
like-
look at that. 'Cause their portion of chips is like 1,200 calories.
Isn't that crazy? It must be what they coat it in, you know.
Jim was talking about this in rehearsal today. If you get chips and curry sauce from Weatherspoons, it's over 2,000 calories.
No,
Isn't
that
that
cannot be
ridiculous?
correct.
No, it is.
Where
I'm
did
gonna
he
show
get
you
his
2
data
minutes.
from? That's horrible.
Officially leaving my mic for a good couple of minutes. Sorry.
To be fair though, curry sauce has the potential to be so calorific, which so.
No,
Sorry.
it's true. It's true.
But also, why would you order it? Anyone who orders curry sauce, I'm coming for you because it's so bad. It's
I
just
agree.
like
My mum loves it on fish and chips. She
no.
loves it.
I've only ever had curry sauce once where I was like, "This is okay," but I still didn't want it.
I don't. There's like weird gravy.
Yeah, it is. It's like gravy. It's
Spicy
not.
gravy.
It's like Chinese curry, isn't it? It's not. It's not a curry flavor. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
like
its
curry
own
powder.
thing. Yeah.
and that's the only flavor you get, which isn't even a good flavor.
No.
but
We should do fish and chips on this podcast, by the way.
oh,
just
what a
come
good
to me.
idea!
I love fish and chips.
I took my friend who's Spanish for his first ever fish and chips in the UK,
Amazing.
and he said it was great. But yeah, so if you're going for fish and chips, it's got to be at the beach. It's always so much better at the beach.
Yeah.
I would say. But there's two in Tynemouth, isn't there? There's Long Sands
And then
Fish
the one
Kitchen,
with the-
and then there's the Priory, or Marshalls or something.
There's the one
that
with the,
one is
with the
dank.
wooden hut.
Oh, that's Riley's Fish Shack. That's different. Though. That's
Apparently
like a
that's
fish
amazing.
restaurant thing. But the one that's why I was going to say about this. The only time I've ever had curry sauce and it was acceptable was at one of the ones in Tynemouth,
Yeah.
which is Long Sands. But I wouldn't pick their fish and chips because they're not as good. Like if you're going to get fish and chips, it wants to be like really
You've gotta get a good
heavy and
one.
like quite a bit greasy. Sorry.
Starbuck chippy though, mate. Good.
Ooh, never been there.
Highly rate the fish. I didn't have the chips, but the fish is good.
Maybe we'll have to do a couple of different fish and chip ones because the
I
one that I
reckon-
go to I also think it's really good. So maybe we should.
Ooh,
get a
where
couple
do you
of different
go?
ones. It's near my house, but it's called Smiths. I think it's a chain. Smiths,
Yeah.
but it's
Oh,
a
okay.
really good one. Best chips that I've had, fish and chips.
That's interesting.
Fish
Do you
and
want
chip chips.
to tell them about the wings?
Quickly, I got to rescind my whole 2,000 calorie comment. It's absolute bollocks.
I told you it was not correct.
But it is 1,100 calories for chips and curry sauce.
That's
That's
a lot.
still so much.
For a thing of chips.
That's what I'm saying.
It wouldn't give you that much energy. Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
if you
I mean,
eat
it's not
something-
energy.
You go to sleep.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
then you know it's just staying in your body forever.
It's never leaving.
You ain't ever breaking that down.
It's so like thick and like claggy, that curry sauce. Like it's never
bad.
leaving. It's clinging on to your body.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm going to force this back. The wings were good. You were a big fan of the wings. I'm more of a crispy wing kind of guy, but obviously I
Yeah.
understand they're barbecue wings. It
Ooh,
doesn't
I
really
like a bit
happen
of a
with the
crunch.
barbecue wings. Is it Spy Bar and Jasmine that basically just put the sauce on top, so like all of their
No.
wings are crispy
No.
until they just put sauce on?
No, Spy Bar has nice wings, but although
Yeah,
they
they
have
are.
2 flavors of wing, which is essentially the same flavor, but
What, buffalo and
buffalo and spicy,
yeah.
they were
Similar,
essentially
yeah.
the same. But it was Shark Club where they'd obviously cooked a batch of wings plain and then coated them in
Whacked them in,
something,
yeah.
or they'd like coated them in
Do you not rate that?
so much sauce. It was like a
Oh, Spy Bar
paste.
was way too much
Oh,
sauce.
ew, when it gets
No, that was
tasty.
no, that
Not
was
Spy Bar,
Shark Club,
Shark Club, whatever.
Which
That's
is
way
funny
too much
because
sauce.
whenever people bring up wings, they're like, "Oh yeah, have you ever been to Shark Club?" And actually, having tried a couple of
They're
other
the
wings
worst
places,
ones
not the
I've
one
they were
to go,
bad.
yeah.
they're the worst
Why
ones
would you
I've
go
had.
there? And it's full of football fans. It's so noisy and it's really dark. It's not like a fun dining experience.
Does look
It's like
dark.
eating a Hollister.
yeah, it's actually very true.
Yeah, the wings were pretty good. Yeah, I
takeaway.
haven't got much to say about them. I really enjoyed their hot sauce. Grace was less a big fan.
It was just
Said
it was
too hot.
It was,
was definitely
very
hot.
but I didn't think it was like that much flavor to hot ratio.
Yeah, I struggle with the vinegar base of a lot of hot sauces.
I think that must just be a thing across the board
It's
of
very-
hot
but
sauce.
it's not. Because I hear people talk about it all the time about how like they like certain hot sauces.
When you get down a really deep rabbit hole about hot sauce.
Mate, I've watched every episode of Hot Ones. Every single
I
episode.
envy you.
Oh, Lucy Miller's such a good
As if
host.
you're that well versed. What of stuff do you want? Should I just split it halvesies between you?
Well, no, because Luke doesn't want any of that Hawaiian, so
I
I'll
don't think I might have any of it.
I'll take the Hawaiian off
Because
your
I
hands.
don't know if I'm a big fan of the Super Supreme, and obviously I don't. Really
What?
like it. Well, exactly. So it's all yours.
You know when I made that comment about Pizza Hut being salty, it's
Yeah.
because of the Super Supreme. I take back the bad words I said about Pizza Hut being salty because it's
Yeah,
not
it's not
all
really
of them.
that salty
It's
at all.
not all of the toppings. It's just that Super Supreme because it was that time I went to Pizza Hut with Sophie and Luke sent me a message being like, "Oh, so on this day, do you want to do the pizza podcast sometime last term?" And I was like, "Sorry, I can't come and do a pizza podcast with you because I've already got plans eating pizza."
Unbelievable.
And I went to Pizza Hut and had a Super Supreme pizza, and it was really salty. But that was like a sit-in meal, so I don't know whether that's different because
There's
I had
definitely
that.
differences between the restaurant and the takeaway. I'm all right for now, mate. I'm fine. Lucy's, if anyone who's listening, Lucy's putting some food into
The
like
most wonderful host.
freezer bags for us because she's a
I'm going to
massive
take a
mum.
picture because it's so good.
She's adorable. But yeah, there's a big discrepancy I think between the takeaway and the restaurant. Like cookie dough was pretty good, wasn't it? We enjoyed the cookie dough, right?
Oh, so
but
good.
in a restaurant, it is so good. Like it's much better. You get it fresh, like completely fresh,
makes a
and you
difference.
get it obviously not like in like a little cardboard box. Like I get that. Like we're used to that with pizza,
Yeah.
but like sometimes when you just get it like a dessert, like nicely on it, like in a bowl and stuff, like it's.
I think it's more heavy in the restaurant, but maybe that's because if I go to the restaurant, I will eat an entire pizza to myself.
That's the
in which case I'm trying to force down some
Yeah,
of that
are you-
cookie dough and it's not
Are
happening.
you a good full?
Now, yes,
Yeah,
I'm a
me
very
too.
nice level of
Are you
full.
a good full, Lucy?
I'm a cracking full.
Cracking full.
Sometimes,
wow.
like the reason I don't eat pizza that often is because the full that I get after it makes me really uncomfortable because it's
not
like
nice.
it's like a doughy full.
It's the
Hashtag
Domino's full. It's the Domino's full that
But
you
this
used
full
to.
is like I feel like I've eaten an ordinary meal. Like I don't feel like I've eaten
Yeah.
fast food or like whatever.
And obviously it wasn't.
nice.
It wouldn't have been great for us, but like
I don't feel bad.
it wasn't. I don't feel that bad either.
I thought I was going to come in for Pizza Hut and be really rude about them, but actually Pizza Hut, you very much impressed me.
Here's the scary thing. We picked it before Domino's because we said we were almost sure Domino's was going to be the best.
Yeah, but
I'm
we've
less
slated
certain.
Domino's this time.
I'm less
So
certain.
true.
I'm becoming less and less certain about that fact that maybe we're going to finish with a really disappointing Domino's episode where we slate it. And
Do you
say
know,
how much
it
better
might
Pizza
be,
Hut was.
this might be a turning point for me in my life that if we order takeout pizza anytime, that I might actually start ordering Pizza Hut instead of Domino's.
Like when you send your
Because-
friends who try and get a Domino's going, you're going to be like, no, mate, we're going to get a Pizza Hut.
Because
Yeah.
I once again found us a jammy online deal. Within seconds, I Googled Pizza Hut takeaway deal or something, or discount, and easily found like a 50%, no, not a 50% off, a buy one, get one free. And it saved us a lot of money.
Which is near enough 50% when you're only going to really get a couple of pizzas.
When you're
and
getting
maybe
two
one
similar
side.
pizzas, yeah.
You're going to get like 40% off.
Yeah. And so they have this thing on the website called, is it
Dealbot?
Dealbot?
Dealbot.
It's weird name, but it like says that it gives you money off, and so we put the pizzas through with this Dealbot thing on, and it worked out as like
It took 40% off, I think, you know.
£37.
I think it took,
It took
40%
40%
off. And it
off.
still wasn't as cheap as us getting buy one,
But
get
when
one
we
free.
used that other offer, it was
Which is good, 'cause
£30
obviously
for the whole thing.
You can't get better than 50% for like off if you're going to get buy one,
No,
get one free, because
that's
they're going to make
true.
the most expensive thing not free.
Yeah.
So somehow we still ended up with better than 40% off, which is pretty good.
And we got whatever we got, the cookie dough was some kind of deal as well with money off.
Yeah, it
That's
was
the
like,
standard cookie
it was
dough
an
deal.
alright
Oh, is it?
price. This
Yeah, you
I
could get it.
thought,
It's like 2
overall.
for $5.99 maybe.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Your wings were $5.99 as well, which I think was reasonable because you got a lot of wing.
7 wings.
Yeah.
7 wings.
7 wings for £6. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible.
It's not
It's
Spy
pretty
Bar
standard,
prices.
And
like-
you said they're all right wings, aren't
They were good wings. There was a lot of chicken on them.
Yeah, they were,
It
meaty.
wasn't like they were stingy on the chicken on the wings, which is good because if they had been, then it was not worth nearly £1 a wing. But,
Yeah, fair.
But I think my whole gauge of like how expensive wings are is totally distorted because of the fact that we only go to Wings Wednesdays.
Yeah, where we
where
get
it's like
35p
super cheap
wings.
like 35 pence. 30,
Very true.
Like Hop and Cleaver, I think is 25 pence a wing.
Yeah, theirs looked pretty good online.
They're really good.
The most expensive ones I found have been about 50p a wing.
What was Shark Bar?
That was 35p.
Was it?
Shark Bar and Spy Bar are both, Shark Club and Spy Bar are both 35p. Nancy's Bordello, I think, is about 40p.
Oh, I struggle with Nancy's. It's
Their
a conversation
food's
for another day.
alright. Do you reckon?
I've got bad memories there.
Have
Oh,
you?
ooh.
Not really,
The
just
food's
like
alright for the price.
just
I-
like yeah.
I've never had
I
food
rate it.
there.
I rate it.
I
It's
got
better
really
than
sick of
Lynch.
it. My old group of friends from school used to go there like every single time they went out.
Was that
So
convenient
like
for
it got a
you?
bit tiresome. Like I was like,
Yeah.
everyone's going to Nancy's, and the drinks are quite expensive, and there's only like 3
That's
student
true.
drinks, and if you don't want like Carling or Foster's
Yeah,
or
it's too dark in there as well. Like
It is
I
dark.
get mood lighting, but it's too dark.
and like on Saturdays they always got a guy in playing like acoustic covers, and he's pretty bad.
Could you do better?
No, but
Then why are you talking about it?
because he's
why
not
are you
good.
taking him down?
He's getting paid to do it.
Don't bring him down.
I wasn't getting paid to do it. That guy, actually, we got a theory that guy also wasn't getting paid to do it. He just rocked up.
Oh, poor
Had
fellow.
nothing better to do, which makes me feel sad for him. But he was like in his 40s at least.
Aw.
What do you
That's
reckon
sad.
then? Shall we do the old like value for money thing? Like
Yeah, so Pizza
our
Hut's, I think Pizza Hut's the most
summarisation
expensive.
thing?
Just,
Yeah.
but not by much.
Yeah.
But not when you get a deal. Maybe I don't know.
I think it's not
maybe.
aimed at students, Pizza Hut. That's the big
Yeah,
thing.
it's
aimed
totally
at
aimed
not
at
students.
families.
I'd pay
Yeah.
the extra money. I
Yeah.
just would.
It's nice. It's like those KFC adverts where they get the whole family in and they're like,
Yeah, the bucket.
yeah, get everyone in your bucket, and you know that thing that
Because
they put in the advert.
I don't know, I just had a nice time eating this one.
It was
And it
nice.
wasn't too much food.
None
but
of it
like-
let me down.
And it was a little bit more expensive. But actually, you know what
It's
it is
true.
though? It wasn't that much more expensive because we didn't get any extras like last. Did we get something last time?
No, last time we just
got
we
two
pizzas.
just got 2
Papa John's.
pizzas, and then we had to go to Tesco for all
for the
other
drinks.
bits.
See, there's the thing. And today, to be fair, we would have had to go to Tesco to get some drinks because
none of
Lucy
us-
would have been outraged by Pepsi.
None of us
So-
even wanted a drink,
But we didn't
today,
want one anyway,
that's
so
probably
we're gonna have to
part of
take the
it.
drink out of the equation because we just didn't want one today. We can't
Yeah.
blame Papa John's for the fact that we went to Tesco last week, but we didn't this week. 'Cause
Yeah.
We probably should have this week as well. But we didn't have to get desserts this week from Tesco, which was a
No.
big
Yeah.
factor. Because if we did want to get desserts and we didn't have pizza and we had Papa John's, we would have had to go to Tesco. Like
Pizza Hut as well.
Simple as.
Very easy to get a pizza combination that you want to enjoy. They're very lenient with toppings, not ridiculously expensive for like different ones.
They're arguably pizza the most expensive of the three, but the
Yeah.
difference is not big enough that if it's actually a better pizza, you're not bothered
You'd
about
pay it, yeah.
Like it is
Yeah.
noticeable, but it's like a few quid. But if you think it's that much better, which we seem to have come
I
to a bit of
do,
a
I
conclusion
actually
at least
do.
at this point that it's better, then
Even
it's
if-
probably just worth it.
Like you pay roughly, if you're paying full price, like 16, 17 quid for a pizza. Like if it's any more expensive, it's only going to be by a couple of quid. So when you're paying that much anyway, like, it really doesn't make a difference.
And let's
might
be
as well
honest,
just
it's
go
all about
for
what
it.
deal you get as well. The deals matter more than
Yeah.
the price of the pizzas
Yeah.
because that's
Sure.
what's going to make the outcome. No one's buying these pizzas full price, are they?
No, and how many people you sharing it with? Like that's
Yeah.
for me a thing.
I thought we might have ended up with. Well, I mean, we have ended up with too much pizza, but if
But that's
we hadn't
only
been
because
given
they
an
sent
extra
us an
pizza,
extra
Yeah.
pizza.
we actually would have been maybe. We would have still been full, but we wouldn't have. I think we would have been full, right?
No, we would have
Yeah.
still been full. I
But
think we would have
we've ended up
finished
getting through
desserts.
nearly half of another pizza,
think
but that
so.
was just because we went for it. Because we.
That was just because I didn't have any
I
more
had no
Hawaiian.
food
I
to
didn't
do.
want any more Hawaiian. I was just like, I want to try the Super Supreme.
And it was
because we didn't
good,
get
worth
it.
trying, I think.
And here's
Better than the
something.
meat feast.
I'd order
I
that
think
again.
I would have.
Yeah, it was
I think I
tasty.
would have lived with the olives on that, and I think I would have ate that.
It's a good,
Which is a big deal to me
good.
because I do not have olives. I'm just not a guy who
take
wants
them
olives.
off.
But because they're almost like olive like shavings. They're like little rings of olive where they
Yeah.
weren't like
Small.
big chunky grape, like as I've said already. And I think that's just about enough that I can deal with it.
and
I
it's
think I
it's
would
a
have it.
busy pizza. Like you guys, it's
There was
not
some
like
serious topping on that pizza. You've got a picture of it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's some serious pizza, man.
it's not like if you just had pepperoni or something and then loads of olives. Like
Yeah.
the olives are such a small percentage of what you're getting toppings wise that doesn't make a
Overall,
difference.
I'd really if there's more than 3 of you and there are 3 of us, I'd just go for it. Pizza Hut's, I rate it.
I agree. Can we don't normally do this, but can we rank the 4 different pizzas we had in order?
Yes.
What the flavours?
Yeah, the 4 different.
I'd put the barbecue one at the top, the margarita one second because of the cheese bites. At the bottom, I put the Hawaiian because it's not for me.
Oh.
And then in the middle, though I didn't have it, and it
Super
would be higher
Supreme.
up if I'd eaten it, the Super Supreme.
So you knew you were going to like that, but you just had nothing left.
Definitely, I know that I'd like that.
Okay,
pizza.
so let's wait. Okay, so you got 1 Texan barbecue, 2 margarita, 3 Super Supreme, 4 Hawaiian.
That's me.
You're gonna
Yeah.
put that meat feast in anywhere. You tried some of that meat feast.
Oh
I
crap! Yeah, we
wouldn't-
got an accidental meat feast. We got
Meat
5
feast would come
toppings.
last for me because I would never order a meat feast anyway because of.
But
and
would
I
you
know
order
we've said it,
Hawaiian
the weird
ever again?
sausage. I wouldn't order Hawaiian, but I'd eat it again if somebody else. If we did that again.
But like, if we had
I
that
would
again
eat
and
it.
there was a meat feast there, you might be like, I'll just
I'd
have
leave it.
everything else.
Yeah, I'd leave
Yeah, I
it.
agree.
Okay,
I would leave
fair
a meat
enough.
I can't be
That's
doing
fair
with the
enough.
sausage. I just can't.
Yeah, because then you can't escape the sausage. Whereas it's on that Super Supreme, but there's so much else.
Yeah.
You're not seeing the sausage.
Exactly.
I think there's more of it on the meat feast as well. 'Cause
Definitely.
there's less ingredients.
It's
so
a
they,
main
like,
event.
They dump more of that
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Why would you make that the main event, please?
But the other main
don't
event on the
know.
meat feast is pepperoni, which is not your.
Whoa.
You're not a big fan of that either, are you?
That's what I said on the phone to you last night. Pepperoni.
Said so much,
It's
but
'cause
so
I just-
little.
It's because I just remembered how much I don't like pepperoni. It ruins a pizza because it has that pepperoni oil that comes out of it, and then it's like even if you take the pepperoni off, like you picked
Like
off the
pineapple
pineapple,
in a fruit,
you were
pineapple in a
fine.
fruit salad. Everything will taste of pineapple in a fruit salad if you put it in there.
You can pick
Okay.
off your pepperoni. It still tastes of only pepperoni because it's got the weird like orange red oil.
Yeah, so true.
And I don't want it.
John, do you rate him?
My rating. So I would agree. I'd put that barbecue one top. I like a barbecue pizza as well, so I normally would probably put that top. But that was also a very good
base.
barbecue.
Good base.
Like
It
the
wasn't
base
overpowering, was it, the
nice.
barbecue?
No,
No, but
Like the barbecue sauce dip was more
overpowering.
a bit
the base.
overpowering than the actual base one. I don't like. I can't say for sure that they're different, but at least in the context of a slice of pizza, it was not overpowering. Whereas
Yeah.
the sauce was on
and the
its own.
choice of toppings, like what was it? It was bacon.
It was just bacon, chicken,
and something else. Oh no, that was it.
bacon and chicken. Yeah,
and
that's
chicken,
it.
yeah,
Barbecue
and
and barbecue base.
Yeah,
that's it.
because I saw it and I thought, oh, that's not enough stuff on that pizza.
But it is.
It is, and it's very good.
Yeah.
So that one is a high first.
The key is the simplicity, isn't it? Because the barbecue sauce is already going to give you something that like. That's why it's included as an ingredient, even though it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
It's
barbecue
it's-
sauce is its own important topping. The fact
It's
that
definitely it makes a difference. It's not like on a par with tomato sauce. Like
Oh,
it's
no.
higher.
Yeah.
So it acts as its own topping.
Let me
So,
just.
yeah.
I'm just.
What's your
I'm
number
on the
two?
menu. I'm just having a quick
Are you?
clarification.
So my
on that.
number 2 would be that Super Supreme. Very
Yeah.
tasty. But its only downfall is the
It's the sausage.
Can I
sausage.
quickly say that I'm pretty sure maybe I'm not. There was a pizza that I used to get at a pizza restaurant once in a while that was basically the Texan barbecue, but it also had sweet corn on it.
Oh, I would get
No.
so on board with that.
This
I'm
is where we part
totally with you,
ways.
which
It's
is
where
why
we part ways.
I knew
love
this was going to be
sweet corn on a
divisive, which is
pizza.
exactly why I brought it up.
I like sweet corn, but I don't. I would eat a bowl of sweet corn, but I wouldn't eat it in something.
Oh, no, it's so good. It like pops on the top. It's like slight little crunch. Mm.
Too soft. It's too.
No,
like,
it's not.
It's also too tiny for like. I don't know. It's too tiny for
It's
you to
too tiny.
notice. Yeah.
But it's not, because you clearly notice it, because you get really
Oh,
annoyed by it. You
no.
notice it in a bad way.
And I
No,
love
it's
corn
good.
as well. Like if I get like me and Zach got KFC yesterday.
Corn
And-
on
A
the
good
cob.
KFC corn on the cob
Didn't
is,
want the
is
chicken, but I
helpful.
wanted the corn. I'd order like 3 corns if that were a thing.
It makes me sad that that's not a side dish in more places,
I
and it's
love
not
it.
something that I cook for myself either.
Oh,
Why is there
I
not a
do.
lot of corn on the cob in the supermarket? I don't want a tinned corn.
I
I
love
want
it.
corn on the cob.
Oh, can I make a quick PSA?
Yeah.
This is to you, Grace McCartney.
Oh,
I'm saying this on a public airway of some
Mm.
kind, somehow. Please stop sending me Snapchats of the gherkin from the Fat Hippo.
from what? From
Fat
Fat Hippo. Oh, it's so tasty.
Fat Hippo does some huge gherkins.
Ooh, they're so fat.
And she always gets them, and she always sends me a picture of a gherkin. It's horrible. It's like
Yeah, you don't
I've got
like
a
it.
bit of
Looks
a
like-
phobia. I'm developing a phobia of gherkins from seeing the monstrous ones that you
This
get.
is
at
the
the Fat
second
Hippo.
time this has come up today. Anyone who's seen Stranger Things, you know that bit where Will coughs up a slug in the sink.
They look like
That is what it looks like.
That's gross.
Oh my god, they're so yummy.
That's actually disgusting. That is
Yeah.
the comparison.
But it's-
that
Do you
she's
like
made.
gherkins?
I love gherkins, mate, but I don't think I do anymore.
It's a big one. Like,
The
it's a
slug
proper
from
big
Stranger
one.
Things.
It's
Oh
like, have you
my
watched Rick and
God.
Morty, Lucy?
No.
Right.
You
You know what
should.
it's like? It is like Pickle Rick.
I don't care for that episode, so
No, but
I
when
don't
Rick
like that
becomes a pickle-
comparison.
You know,
No.
like, obviously you're used to gherkin like in smaller doses, but like when you just see a full-on, like huge,
Oh,
like pickle,
don't.
that's what.
So
that's what it's like.
nice. Yeah. there was-
So if you ever bring that up around me and there's someone else there and they listen to this pod, they can officially start throwing shade at you like, "Wow, I
Barring,
will."
yeah.
I'm never going to stop now because you brought it up.
Oh.
I sent you the one when I took them home in my bag, right?
Oh,
I don't want to hear this story. No.
There was one time I made a big fuss and I was like, I asked them 3 times to bring me some gherkins because they didn't do it, and I was like, please, I need
I
some
actually
gherkins.
just have some
But I
gherkins.
had a huge burger and I couldn't finish them, so I just wrapped them in a napkin and put them in my handbag and I brought them home.
Golly, that's a smell that's going to stay in there.
So nice.
And when she also gets like the big jars of gherkins from like
Oh, I do
Asda
that.
and stuff.
Good
I eat
snack.
them like once a month, if that.
No, if I've got them in my fridge, they are gone within a few days.
How many do you get in a jar? Do you reckon?
I,
No, I think
it's hard to say because they're done by weight, but most of the weight is that vinegar,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
You can't give me a rough guesstimate.
Yeah, about 15,
what a
20.
niche fact to know, though.
But then
What?
it depends
What-
on the
what
size of the
fact?
gherkin. Like, what
Like
if it's a
how many
Cornichon?
gherkins
Oh,
you
I
in a
just mean I
jar?
just wanted a rough number because I want to be able to gauge how many you're getting through a day. If you're getting through the full jar in 2 or 3 days.
Well, it depends because sometimes I'll chop them up and put them in a sandwich, or sometimes I'll just take them in a little lunchbox.
Sometimes
to
you just throw
uni.
them out.
Luke,
I would not eat those in public at uni.
What?
I would
I
get
wanna hear you.
shamed.
Yeah,
It's a
sorry,
rating.
we've
Sorry.
digressed
We've taken a
massively.
gherkin path, and it's making me feel uneasy.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
You even like gherkins as well.
It's too much.
It's too much
gherkin
gherkin
for me.
talk.
can I finish the rest of my rating?
Oh,
my
yeah, yeah.
rating.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you
so
deserve to for the gherkins.
please,
Go on.
No.
I want to talk about it because I wanted to mention the margarita. So then I would put the Hawaiian next because I was the one who pushed for a Hawaiian.
Like it.
Is that just out of spite? You've got to put it there because if you don't, then there was
No,
no
because
point.
I liked it. I like
Okay.
it as a topping, and I liked
Fair
it,
enough.
and it was a good Hawaiian. Yeah,
Very sweet though.
it was sweet, but
Like
it was nice.
when I had a bite of it, like without the like you said, Lucy said to me, like you'll barely notice the pineapple because of how
Yeah.
sweet the rest of the pizza is
Pizza is,
anyway. It
yeah.
almost blends in,
They
which
account
kind
for
of
it.
defeats the purpose of the pineapple.
I
to
think
me.
a
Agreed.
supermarket pizza, you get more pineapple-ness.
Yes.
It's more obvious that that's
Yeah, but
pineapple
I
on
think
it.
it's because there was a lack of contrast on that slice of pizza. I'm not saying it was a bad Hawaiian by any means. I, for a start, do not have enough expertise on a Hawaiian pizza because I would never order one. But also, I just think like if you're going to put pineapple on there, you want to embrace the fact that it's a totally like different left turn type ingredient to put on a pizza. And
Yeah,
what's
at
the
least
point
put
in
it on
making
there
this,
and
the
make a
slice
thing
of
about
pizza
it.
itself
Yeah.
so sweet that like when you have a pineapple slice on it, you can't even tell that the pineapple's on there.
So what does that mean
Valid.
is in your last place?
So my last place is margarita.
Fair.
Well,
It's
the
a
last place is the
respecta-
meat feast, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Have you-
my last place is a meat feast, but that's because
Yeah.
I would never order a meat feast.
Can we just officially dump that from the ratings?
Guys,
Yeah, it's gone.
Because all of
bad.
us are going to put it last. And
Yeah.
I even like a meat feast, but like
I don't.
I didn't want it. I would never order one. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so
Margarita was full.
Yeah, but not because it wasn't good. It was
Just-
very good. and
Everything else was better.
You were
yeah,
right about
everything
this
else was
today,
just
weren't
better.
you? When we were talking about how
Yeah, so
last night.
I had a Domino's margarita last night, Not by choice. I did not want pizza 2 nights in a row. Someone had pizza and I had some. But because I would never order a margarita ever.
Yeah, probably me neither.
But
I feel like you have to try it though if you're doing this kind of thing.
yeah.
It's good to just like
The
check
base
out for
level,
the cheese.
if they can't
and
do the
base and
margarita
stuff.
right, you can't.
But Domino's was not a good margarita. Like I really enjoyed that. Probably brought up as well because it did have the cheesy bites.
Yeah.
But it was a nice pizza. And the Domino's one, I just ate it and was like,
But here's the thing: the cheesy bites. The good thing about the cheesy bites is that it shouldn't add or take anything away from the pizza itself, because it's like the crust is like separate. So like,
Yeah.
I think the base of a cheesy bite is really like a nice base for a pizza.
It was
like whether
really
there's
good.
cheesy bites on the end of it or not, it's a good thickness.
Yeah.
It tastes nice. The fact that you like the margarita.
It's decent
It's
pizza.
half because like just the cheesy bites base is good,
But-
regardless of the cheesy bites on the end of the slice. I think as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a tribute to Pizza Hut that in last place was a pizza that I really liked. So
Yeah,
Look at
fair
this.
enough.
this is such a dramatic turn of
we
events.
need to
I love
hear
it.
we need to
yeah,
hear
Luke,
yours
come
now.
on, tell us.
Crap! I've been listening to yours so much I haven't even thought about mine. The winner of everything is definitely the Texan barbecue. It's also my number one.
Yeah,
but I did
nice.
say it,
Very
and it makes me
nice.
feel great about myself in such a smug, disgusting way. It's my pizza of choice. It has been
You've
for
won.
years.
You've won the pizza.
If I'm in a restaurant, Texan barbecue. If I'm going to get a takeaway, Texan
Texan
barbecue.
barbecue.
Yeah, you got me on here because I was, quote, pizza specialist. You are King Pizza.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not.
It's
I'm King
fine.
Pizza Hut because I should be, because it's the only pizza I would
That
have
you
had
eat,
between
yeah.
the ages of 0 and 18. Like genuinely,
good.
didn't know Domino's barely existed until I was at uni, and I would you only get Domino's at uni anyway because of the mad student discount, which is kind of gone. We'll talk about this next pod.
Also,
'cause we're gonna
Domino's,
do
I don't like your
Well, we
branding.
addressed it in the
You
the
Domino's,
previous
you don't like
one.
branding.
Yeah, I don't. I
don't
just
keep
was
this.
looking at that Pizza Hut box, which is between myself and Luke, and it's just like I like it better. That's
Yeah, the
really
little-
this is getting
the little
bitchy now,
divots.
but
Maybe
the-
we're getting old because Domino's is aimed at students and Pizza Hut's aimed at like families, and we prefer the whole family thing.
It says a lot about what we've said today that we're now critiquing the box
Yeah,
of the pizza.
because we're looking for things to say bad
Yeah,
about it.
that's we've
Well,
we've
okay, can I finish my
scoured
rating?
pizza.
yeah, please.
So it'll come as no surprise to anyone that fourth is definitely the Hawaiian, but I did
See
give it
ya.
a try.
You tried it.
Like I say though, and I was never probably going to embrace the pineapple anyway. I'm not a big pineapple fan.
No, it's understandable.
That's fair enough. I'm not dissing pineapple. Like, it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
But I am dissing the pizza because of the things I just said about how the slice was sweet, too sweet
understand,
without the
without the
pineapple.
pineapple.
And then the pineapple lost its value because it didn't create that delicious flavour left turn you weren't expecting because the rest of the pizza was savoury.
Yeah.
Like the tomato base I found to be really sweet on that particular bit of Hawaiian. I don't know if it was just the context of that slice of
maybe
pizza.
some juice came out of the pineapple or something.
But that's a potential side effect. That's an
Maybe.
extraneous variable.
Maybe.
because why would the sauce taste sweeter? Because as well, it's not even like it was its own separate pizza. It was half of a half and half pizza. So if the sauce tasted different, it must have been because of the toppings that were on that pizza.
Yeah, I think you're right. So that's fourth.
Yeah.
And then, so what? It's between the margarita and the special
Supreme,
Super
yeah.
Supreme. I really enjoyed that margarita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it gets second place because it deserves it, because margarita never gets first or second place because it's so basic.
Yeah,
But
fair
that
enough.
was probably, I imagine, since I have had a margarita from Domino's before, and we did get some on the Papa
we
John's,
did,
right?
we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, we got half of margarita.
Because I was like, we should try it.
We just should. You should just.
No, we didn't order it because you guys had it.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd already had it. That's fine, we'd already had it. I'm just making sure I've had it before.
That's
I've
the
never
one.
had it.
Their margarita's
Papa John's.
good. Papa
I'm afraid
John's
you're gonna have
is
to do
alright.
your own research there. Unfortunately,
I'm not
You have
going to do
catch
that.
up. I know you're not.
Don't.
gonna
I do
that.
not need any more pizza.
Yeah, no one needs any more pizza. That's the thing about these pods. If we're going to do pizza, we have to have at least a week between them.
Yeah,
Because
you've
you
gotta
can't
wait,
have
bro.
two
You've
pizzas in
gotta
like
wait.
4 days. That's just bad, man.
It's like I was pretty gassed yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, it's pizza day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whereas like if we'd have done it a week after the first podcast, I'd have been like,
No,
we're
Yeah.
having pizza.
Yeah, you have to have the gap.
Anyway, so then therefore third is the Super Supreme. I
Yeah.
think, like I say, it's just my personal preferences because
The
I don't really
olives.
like olives. But again, credit to the pizza. They must. I don't know if they have given it forethought in the same way. Like, I don't know if they've deliberately made it less in your face, the olives,
Yeah.
because they know people can be it's a bit of a Marmite thing, olives. So they might have said, well, people might still want this pizza
We'll
if we
dim it
make the
down.
olives a little bit. So I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Whether they did that deliberately or not, it worked for me.
Yeah.
I like everything else on that pizza. I'm a big the peppers on it, right?
Yeah.
Peppers and
I'm a
red
massive pepper fan.
onion.
Well, we've
I
got
love pepper and red onion. I'll have on anything.
Yeah, always good.
We've
So-
got
Is
a winner then.
sandwich-
We've got an overall winner. The Texan
We've got
barbecue
an
wins.
outright
Yeah.
winner, and then in second place is probably the Super Supreme,
Supreme, yeah.
Yeah.
And like
followed
overall
only
we have
barely by the Margarita.
I think they're all very much on a par.
Yeah.
I would put
Yeah.
the Texan barbecue out in front, then the Super Supreme and the Margarita I'd put together. Which
It's a photo finish for those guys.
Very strange because they're so different. Like the Super Supreme has so many toppings,
Yeah.
and the Margarita is just a solid, very good.
And do we
pizza.
think, if money were no object, we'd rather get a cheesy bites base than a normal base?
no.
Oh, see,
I
I'd
might
rather have the crust for dipping in the sauce they give you.
but that's the
No.
point of the cheesy bite is you can take it off and
I
then you
don't
can
need
dip that.
dip and cheese. I'm fine with just dip.
Okay,
I
it isn't much
didn't-
cheese though.
the the pizza that we got, the thin one. I actually didn't really like the crust of it very
Me
much.
too.
It wasn't that good.
No.
Yeah, especially the
I will.
second one. I wasn't a big fan of the base.
The dream thing for me though is not even pizza, just the crust of somebody else's Domino's and the sauce.
Oh yes,
I don't
so
even.
good.
I don't need the pizza. I just Domino's crust.
I feel
fine
like
with.
I'm not. You're not on your own with that, of course, but it does harken back to like if you put too much power into the crust itself, it does take away from the pizza.
Domino's
is-
definitely does.
Which is why if you are a big, I love the taste of pizza. I love specific toppings on a pizza. Then
Then
maybe
don't
you
get
do want to avoid
Domino's.
the cheesy bites
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
Because it does, as much as they
It
are
detracts,
good,
okay.
if you want the topping to be the complete headliner outright, then you don't want to give any more attention to the crust than what it deserves.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
So far, though, like I know we're part way through the trilogy now, but I can say confidently, as I did at the beginning, that this was better than Papa John's. I would
Yeah.
pay the extra money. I'd
And
get
I'm
a
really
separate
excited
drink,
now for the Domino's
and I'm
one
ready.
because
I
I
know.
think this might have.
Pipped it to the
We'll
post.
see you in what, maybe a week and a half's time.
Let's
for
hope
the
so.
next
You guys
one.
have got. We've all got a hell of a busy week coming. I think
Yeah.
yours is pretty chill because you're so organised that you've done all of your essays nearly.
Thanks, mate.
But me and Grace have got a hell of a week coming,
Yeah.
and then
Maybe I need some pizza to stop me from
But
crying.
yeah, for the end
can
of
try
those
and
weeks,
reconvene
I'm ready
next
for the
week.
Domino's.
I think I'm fairly free next weekend.
anyway, we'll have this conversation off.
Yes.
yeah.
No one needs
You
to
don't
hear
wanna
this
hear that,
conversation.
yeah.
Let's leave it
Yeah.
running while we're like, I'm just going to get my calendar up.
One sec, one
Oh, what are you doing
sec.
next
My Google
Thursday at 6
calendar.
o'clock?
But yeah, I think we're about at the end now.
I think we are.
Yeah.
We would definitely. Not
rate it.
anything that you could say Papa John's does better than Pizza Hut.
No, I actually can't.
I think-
They took longer as well. They took longer as well.
Yeah.
All they didn't
But
do was get
I-
the order wrong. They managed that.
Yeah, I think this is maybe the mood that we're all in today, but I was like, I had a lot to say about Papa John's. I think I was like very angry while I was eating that pizza. Whereas I'm just.
But you've done
I think
research
we
on
are
Papa John's,
all
though.
like very subdued with
I
this.
think
This
this'll
Pizza
get-
Hut, we're all very happy in the end, so we've
Yeah.
all got very positive things to
It's a
say.
nice day.
I think it'll be all right cold as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, it
all
will be.
good. I'm rating it. See you at Domino's.
Yeah. I'd
Yeah.
give it a solid.
I'm ready.
I'd give it a 8.
I would have said.
I know
it.
we're not getting into the rating systems because we haven't done that for the other
Too
ones. But I'm just
complex.
giving it. I'm trying to give people a frame of reference. I think I would probably give this a good 8.5.
But what makes it not a 10?
Because it's not Mackey's.
Yeah, but
For me, that's what
but
it
it's
is,
a pizza.
No, I think it
I
doesn't.
still compare the two. Like,
It doesn't get a 10 because
even if Mackey's did pizza.
because
like,
the bases weren't the best. The
What, the
cheesy
crust
bites we
on the-
thought me and Grace thought that the cheesy bites was probably a preference over the other base, and
Yeah.
Lucy disagreed. But
different.
also, I didn't think either of them made me think like, oh my god, I would only ever get this base ever again.
yeah.
So that I've got to mark it down for that because the base didn't.
I would mark it down for getting our order wrong, but I don't care because you gave us extra pizza.
I wasn't bothered about the order.
They
getting
weren't
wrong.
No, you've
Mad.
got to mark them down for that though. As much as we like the extra
Really?
pizza thing, yeah, you've
I'm
got
not
to.
mad.
I'm kind of glad we've got the extra
a
pizza.
whole extra pizza.
Didn't take any
a
time out of my
large
day.
pizza.
Okay, they're both looking at me like as if I'm incredibly wrong. So
Why
I'm
would
gonna
you
just-
don't kick a gift horse in the mouth, bro? Like,
I
I'll
know,
take
but-
it.
Did you kick them?
the end.
Kick a gift.
What is it? What? Don't knock a gift. Is it knock?
I don't know. But how are you
Oh.
going to get your foot up there?
We've come to idioms.
And on that
not
note,
sure.
we will. I think it's time to finish this pod.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you very much for listening. It's dragged out once again.
There was
See
so
you
much
next
to
week.
say.
See you next time.
Remember, don't eat Five Guys.